It can commence even as you are watching this video. Nothing technically is holding disbursement. As you have already witnessed it being published in national dailies, this should signal you that disbursement can start on Friday, on Monday, or Tuesday in the days we are approaching. Subscribe to our channel, activate the notification bell to keep track of our activities. The days ahead holds much more good news for everyone who follows us. Thank you for being here on Omjolivia TV today. Bye.
All right, Grand Ecosystem disbursement will commence, and I want you to pay attention to details and listen very carefully to this information, and let us know in the comment section what you think, and don't forget to like and subscribe to the update.
The Grand Ecosystem is currently thrown into a huge confusion after a news circulates across the platforms that it's only AGPGN that is approved by the federal government to disburse palliative to the masses, and this is compelling subscribers on Omjolivia TV to field series of questions like, is it true that AGPGN are the one chosen to disburse palliative only? What happened to UAAG, Theobat, Supreme, Epic, Tenrita, and several others that are supposed to disburse grants to the masses? Other audience of subscribers are asking, is this not a contradiction of Omjolivia's updates on this channel? While a certain audience of subscribers are simply saying, has Omjolivia said anything that come to pass? These and many more is what is going to form the subject of discussion in today's session. Stay tuned to Omjolivia TV. Let's face it squarely. Let's start straight with the last question on this session. Has Omjolivia ever said anything that come to pass? Let me ask you directly, is Omjolivia a grant handler? And the answer is no. His role is simple: communicating exactly what the grant stakeholders and the grant handler briefed him to the masses from time to time. Therefore, if what the grant facilitators, the grant stakeholders briefed him failed, does that make the messenger guilty? If stakeholders fix dates and the date fails, should you stone the town crier? Even in ancient kingdom, when the king changed his decree, nobody punished the herald for declaring yesterday's message. If yesterday Omjolivia TV said all grant handlers will disburse, UAAG country director said he will disburse, Hiobat said he will disburse, Supreme said he will disburse, every other grant handler affirmed they will disburse. If today the government said you cannot disburse, it's only AGPGN that can disburse, can Omjolivia stop that? Can the grant handlers reverse that? Can you, listening to this video, reverse such government decision? The answer is no. Decision made at the powerful top overrides every other former projections. Why are we afraid to say the truth? Does it imply that those that are making this derogatory statement don't know that decisions made at the powerful top overrides every other former decisions? At the moment, what every grant subscriber or every NGO CEO should be asking is, how can I partake in this new shift? Or are we part of this new arrangement already? Why AGPGN being chosen to disburse palliative? What happened to the billions and the millions that were proposed by other grant handlers in this ecosystem? And this is what I'm going to address for the sake of our faithful subscribers on this channel.
The clean way to heal. Zero chemicals. Zero side effects. Only potent herbs and clean healing. Emerald Elixir. Where modern purity meets ancient power.
Before now, there were certain audience of grant facilitators or grant handlers that projected different proposals to the federal government for approval. Let's start with the very recent one in the grant community, the pioneer promoters. This set of facilitators presented a proposal to disburse 1 billion naira, 10 billion naira, 500 billion naira to CEOs. Then the UAAG, long before now, proposed to disburse 5 million naira to 10 million naira to her beneficiaries, while the Theoba Global Foundation proposed 1.8 million naira to 3 million naira to beneficiaries. Several other grant handlers like the Supreme proposed 200,000 naira per beneficiaries and borehole or water project to community dwellers, while the AGPGN presented palliatives to be disbursed to the masses. The government eventually picked disbursement of palliative and execution of projects following the disbursement of cash to Nigerians. Most of you are already aware of this reality, that it's the palliative proposal that has been approved by the FG to be disbursed to the masses. Those that are questioning why it should be AGPGN palliative should simply ask themselves pertinent question: how many people in this country can the government allow to receive 1 billion, 10 billion, 100 billion into their bank accounts? There are certain projections that everyone should have used their logical reasoning to know those things are impossible, especially in a country like ours. Yes, we all need the millions, the billions. Again, you have to think deeply from the antecedents of government in this country. The possibility of government allowing 20 million Nigerians to receive 5 billion, 100 billion into their bank accounts. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying your own grant handler will not disburse your millions or billions to you. After all, there are several grants in the world. It's not only this one grant that you can think of existing in the whole universe. The AGPGN going to disburse palliative is in no way stopping other grant handlers to disburse the grants they have to the masses. It's a bigger world for everyone to thrive and do whatever he or she deems fit. The world is bigger enough for all sort of birds to fly. And those who are saying, has anything Olivia said ever come to pass? Yes, several ventures that we brought in consultants to present to our subscribers on this channel is already earning them their ROI in hundreds of thousands and in millions. Yes, we introduced GFDI. GFDI has paid 1,473 beneficiaries in our list. GFDI has paid our members from batch 1 till batch 11. We are currently in batch 12, and there are people receiving 9.5 million naira from GFDI through us. We connected you to grant coordinators to subscribe grant with. If you have subscribed, thank God you subscribe. Those grant ventures has not yet disbursed, and immediately disbursement comments, all those that subscribe through those platforms that we connected you to will receive disbursement. So none of the ventures that we introduce on this channel has ever failed before. Point of correction. And Olivia TV will never introduce any venture that members lose their money that has not been confirmed to be legitimate. Everyone will receive their ROI in full through us. And as the tide of disbursement is currently shifting, we have again connected our members to new sources that will guarantee them of disbursement. If you find yourself on those platforms, take those activities extremely serious, because what you're anticipating elsewhere may fail you. But this is the only point or source you can be so guaranteed of receiving disbursement after having been here for almost 10 years or a decade. If you are not on the WhatsApp group, click the YouTube description on this channel. There are means there will guide you on what you should do. Before we round up this session, let's address the concern of subscribers seeking to know how much is the AGPGN palliative entitlement for beneficiaries. There is a projection that the AGPGN palliative is 75,000. Some said it's 300,000, while some holds that it is 500,000 per beneficiaries. The fact remains that these are all rumors at the meantime. The official template on the entitlement of NGOs and beneficiaries in this new palliative approval has not yet been unveiled by the grant handler himself. And in few hours or days away, as it is going to be published, we will present to you on this channel. If you haven't subscribed to our channel, subscribe immediately and activate the notification bell. Hence, when we bring this update, you will be immediately notified. To So those that are worried why it should be AGPGN palliative, you don't need to trouble yourself. AGPGN are disbursing palliative, not the millions or the billions you are anticipating. And it has nothing to do with your own grant you are expecting. Wait for your grant time last. Some audience of stakeholders are saying, why should it be AGPGN? Why is it not UAAG, Gilbert, Supreme? Why AGPGN? The truth is, in life, whosoever despises the little beginnings despises destiny itself. God can use anybody. Nobody is far superior to another or inferior to others in the face of the Almighty God. Whosoever disburses fund should not be anybody's problem at the moment in this country. What matters is if you will receive this alert whenever it begins. So the fact remains, disbursement is starting, and it's starting very soon in this country. Do away with the thinking that August has ended and there's no disbursement. As such, it will end like every other year. Do away with it. Disbursement is starting, and it's starting very, very soon. It's possibly starting on Friday, on Monday or Tuesday. It can start at any hour, at any moment. We are waiting. Some of you are already away. Disbursement should have started on Tuesday as was projected, but few certain activity were expected to be completed, and that has already been completed. So wait for a sudden alert any moment from now. Your most important concern right now is if you partake in the palliative, and this depends on how you conducted yourself when you were informed or briefed that the palliative may be what will be disbursed while other ones will continue. So at the time, I briefed everyone on this channel that there was a highly classified meeting where all grant handlers were invited, and they were requested to harmonize their data for disbursement. So go back to your grant handler and confirm if your own grant handler submitted his own or her own data to those authorities for harmonization and disbursement. So the question of if disbursement starts today, if it is AGPGN palliative that is going to be disbursed, if you will partake in it, depends on if your own grant handler submitted his data to the authorities and harmonize it for disbursement to take place. The disbursement that is coming is not starting with the beneficiaries. Hence, beneficiaries should not expect alert before the 31st of August or expect alert in the first week of September. Disbursement starts with the stakeholders, flows to the grant handlers, flows to NGO CEOs before it gets to the beneficiaries. So let the process begin is an important factor of consideration or concern at the moment. Don't get me wrong, the current shift in the country in disbursement is in no way affecting your own grant handler from disbursing the grant he promised you. Go back to your grant handler, your country director. Ask him or her to address you. They are still alive in this country. There are sudden shifts everywhere in the grant ecosystem. Why are they maintaining silence? Silence in the face of injustice is an injustice itself. Ask your country director to address you. But for those who understand the signs of times, who were so diplomatic in the days and weeks ago and take those drastic measures, those ones have nothing to worry. In a short while, we will return to this channel to give you very specific updates concerning the new shift in disbursement and the entitlement of beneficiaries. But for the date of disbursement, the one everyone has been wildly anticipating over the years, it can commence even as you are watching this video. Nothing technically is holding disbursement. As you have already witnessed it being published in national dailies, this should signal you that disbursement can start on Friday, on Monday, or Tuesday in the days we are approaching. Subscribe to our channel, activate the notification bell to keep track of our activities. The days ahead holds much more good news for everyone who follows us.